Welcome back to Old Charles, where we explore the fascinating world of coin collecting, history, and values. Today, we're diving into a specific coin that's been around for decades, the 1974 United States half dollar. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just a curious collector, you'll want to stick around for this deep dive into its value, history, and what makes it unique. So, let's get started. Hey everyone, we're talking all about the 1974 U.S. half dollar. This coin, often overlooked in the world of U.S. coinage, has some intriguing details that collectors are still chasing today. From its design to its current value, let's break it all down. The 1974 half dollar features the familiar design that was first introduced in 1964. The obverse, or front side of the coin, showcases the profile of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. This design was a tribute following his tragic assassination in 1963, and it was created by artist Gilroy Roberts. Now, the 1974 half dollar is a copper nickel-clad coin, meaning it's made with a combination of copper and nickel, giving it that distinctive silver-like appearance. But, despite the name, it's not made of those minted in San Francisco can be worth significantly more. Proof coins are specially struck with a higher level of detail and often have a mirror-like finish. These coins are generally worth between $5 to $10 in excellent condition, sometimes even more depending on the market demand. Condition is key here. If you find a 1974 half dollar in uncirculated or mint condition, it could potentially be worth even more. Coins with high-quality strikes or rare mint marks tend to increase in value. Another factor that can influence the price of these coins is their place in history. Though the 1974 half dollar wasn't minted in silver, it still carries a sense of nostalgia for collectors, especially those who remember the late 1960s and early 1970s. Let's talk about how you can potentially find one of these in better condition and make a little extra profit. When you're shopping for coins, whether online or at a coin show, keep an eye out for coins that are well preserved. Look for coins that have sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal scratches. A well-preserved 1974 half dollar proof could make a solid addition to your collection. If you're looking to sell a 1974 half dollar proof, consider checking auction. You might be wondering, what about the future? Could the 1974 half dollar become a more valuable coin down the road? While it's not one of the rarest coins out there, it does have a place in American history, and like most collectible items, its value could increase over time as demand for vintage coins grows. But for now, the key is finding well-preserved examples. So to sum it up, while the 1974 U.S. half dollar isn't worth much in its circulated form, it does hold historical significance and can be worth more in better conditions. Proof coins, in particular, are the ones to watch for if you are looking to collect or sell. As always, it's important to research and care for your coins to maximize their value. The history of the U.S. half dollar in 1974 is deeply tied to the legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose tragic assassination in 1963 sparked a nationwide movement to honor him with a coin. Shortly after his death, the U.S. Mint was tasked with designing a new half dollar featuring his likeness. In 1964, the United States Mint unveiled the new Kennedy half dollar, which was designed by sculptor Gilroy Roberts for the obverse and Frank Gasparo for the reverse. The coin was initially composed of 90% silver, also for its precious metal content. By 1965, however, the U.S. Mint was facing a coin shortage due to the rising price of silver. In response, the Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition for the half dollar, reducing the silver content to only 40% in 1965 through 1970. By 1971, however, all Kennedy half dollars, like the 1974 issue, were made with the copper-nickel-clad alloy, meaning they no longer contained any silver. So, by the time the 1974 half dollar was minted, the coin had already evolved away from its original silver content. While the design remained unchanged, the coin's composition was a reflection of the economic pressures and changes that were impacting U.S. coinage during the late 1960s and early 1970s. 1974 was an important year in the world of American coinage, as it marked a time of transition. The country was going through significant political, social, and economic changes, including the aftermath of the Watergate scandal and the end of the Vietnam War. Even though these events didn't directly impact the design of the coin, they were part of the broader historical context in which this coin was produced. The 1974 half dollar was minted in very large numbers, the Philadelphia million of these coins. However, this was also a period of declining interest in half dollars as everyday currency, as inflation and changes in American spending habits meant that the half dollar wasn't as widely used as it had been in earlier years. By the mid-1970s, many people preferred smaller denominations like the quarter, dime, or nickel for daily transactions, leading to fewer half dollars circulating in everyday commerce. Despite this, the coin continued to be produced for collectors, and it remains a symbol of Kennedy's enduring legacy. This history section gives an overview of the political and economic changes around the 1974 half dollar, its production, and the larger context that shaped U.S. coinage during this period. Let me know if you need further adjustments or additions. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is one of the most important factors that determines the value of a coin. The 1974 half dollar, like many coins, comes in various conditions, ranging from heavily worn examples to pristine, uncirculated coins. So let's break down what to look for when evaluating the condition of your fei. Understand how to grade your coin properly. The most common grading scale used for U.S. coins is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from P1, poor, to MS70. Let's look at what each grade means for the 1974 half dollar. If you have a heavily worn 1974 half dollar, it's likely going to be graded somewhere between good, G4, and very good, VG8. These coins show obvious signs of wear, especially on the edges and around the details of President Kennedy's profile. The design will be less sharp and some of the finer details may be worn away. In this condition, the coin is still valuable as a piece of history, but it will be worth closer to its face value. If your coin is in extremely fine, marked G-, bit, K-bit condition, you're looking at a coin that has only light signs of wear. The design on the Kennedy half dollar will still be very sharp, and the details will be crisp and clear. There might be a slight amount of wear on the highest points, but overall it will appear nearly as fresh as when it was minted. In this condition, the coin will be worth more, especially if you have some normality going on. And so for $1,400 on the half mark and the coin on the inside of the hat, they are worth about $30,000 from the U.S. Mint. These coins will be free of scratches, discoloration, or any imperfections that may have occurred during circulation. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin graded MS65 or above could be worth significantly more. We can't forget about the 1974 half dollar, which can't forget about the 1974 half dollar, which can't forget about the 1974 half dollar, which proof coins are specially struck for collectors and often have a much higher quality finish than standard coins. These proof coins are often graded higher, sometimes reaching PR69 or PR78 if they are flawless. Proof coins from 1974 will have a mirror-like surface and crisp, clear details. They are typically in extremely fine to mint state condition and are more desirable. So what does all this mean for value? Well, in general, a 1974 half-dollar dollar in good or very good condition might only be worth its face value of 50 cents, maybe a little more depending on the collector market. However, coins in extremely fine or mint state condition can fetch anywhere from $5 to $10 or even more in certain cases, especially if they are proof coins or in exceptional condition. Coins that are graded MS65 or higher, preserved will always have a premium value. Remember, the key to getting top dollar for your 1974 half-dollar is preserving its condition and ensuring that it's properly graded. Condition is one of the most important factors when it comes to coin collecting, and it's always a good idea to carefully inspect your coins. If you have a 1974 half-dollar, take the time to look at it closely, check the grade, and determine if it might be worth more than just space value. Proper storage and care will go a long way in preserving its condition and potentially increasing its value. This section provides a clear breakdown of how condition and grading impact the value of the 1974 half-dollar, making it easier for viewers to understand how to assess their coins and why condition matters in coin collecting. Let me know if you need any further adjustments.